Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm not going to introduce myself in French this time. So people in my chat are just clamoring, just hooting and hollering with suggestions for me to paint. And I'm going to, of course, extend that offer to the YouTube audience as well. If you leave comments with like really funny ideas to paint, then I will gladly do it. I'm going to be speeding these up a little bit because otherwise I'm going to be taking forever doing really stupid things. Granted, that's like really fun, but I think I'll lose the game if I spend too much time on each individual painting. So people want, as a suggestion, a carnivorous giraffe. Well, I will gladly oblige. So if there's one thing everyone knows about giraffes, that they got long ass necks. So we're gonna start with that, and then that's basically the remainder of what I know about how giraffe faces look. But I think it's something like this, right? And then they got a big old nose, and then this really looks way more like a dragon than a giraffe. Instantly, like the second I threw everything down, I was like, well, this is clearly a dragon. But that's fine. We'll do that. And giraffes are well known for their robotic laser beam eyes, so we'll do that. Definitely got to give them their robo eyes. Okay, looks good. And we'll do that. Give them some big bushy eyebrows. This is just the fucking pinnacle of giraffes, am I right? People look at this and they're like, wow, I've never seen a more goddamn convincing giraffe. This is why actually, like, drawing something and having it look good, if you need a reference, if you've never looked at something in a lot of detail, trying to actually draw it in any convincing manner is absolutely impossible. Like, usually when I'm drawing seriously, I'll have like a ton of references up so I can at least know what the thing looks like when I'm that I'm trying to draw or paint. I obviously did not do that here. It's not like I Google image searched a giraffe and then this came up and I was just like, oh yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Needs fangs. Yeah, yes it does. That's a very good point. I'll give it this is one of those rare extinct saber-tooth giraffes. But yeah, when I'm drawing for serious, I have to use references like crazy because I don't know what things look like until I spend a really long time looking at them to try and figure it out. If you try to do things without references, you wind up doing shit like this. And you're just like, why doesn't my stuff look good? Well, it's because they basically made it up instead of actually doing anything worth a damn. So, well, we'll settle for this though. Giraffes, they have spots, right? So we'll give them little popcorn kernely looking spots. No. We're gonna paint those out. We're gonna give them a bunch of dick butts for spots. That's just a dick. Well, whatever. That's fine. Okay, so it's peeing up his own neck. All right, there you go. There's your spotted giraffe. Last but not least, we need to kind of fill in its horns a little bit there. And giraffes, they, well, let's see. Giraffes, they live in space, right? So we're gonna give it a little space helmet. Just so you know, like, yep, it's alive. So we'll do that, and we'll give it some shiny, and we'll need to fill in the background with all sorts of space shit. So we'll throw it with some black like that. Okay. And yeah, I would fill in the face, but I've already done that, so I can't do it too much. So we'll pepper in the background with lots of stars. Okay, looking real mighty fine, if I may say so. Like, I think that this is going to be our next big hit. I'll do that. And we'll need to fill back in the... Oops, my hand kind of wavered there. I need to get a, I don't know what to call it. Like a thing that you put on your tablet so you don't track your, like, hand oils and your palm oils all over it. Like, there's, like, special kinds of gloves or whatever. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to definitely leave the head bigger than the neck because that looks intentional. Like the helmet is kind of... It's making the neck look bigger. Like it's, refracting the light in a really funky pattern. So that looks really, really rock solid there. This is looking just great. And then off over here, we're gonna paint the planet Earth. So we do that. And we're gonna grab some green. And we're gonna make Earth look real mighty fine here. So we'll start by putting in the old USA. And we're done. That's the Earth. Let's add in some clouds. And over here, we're gonna put in Zognord, who is a alien Death Lord from space. What would Zognord look like? We'll give him like a fat belly and little feetsies, couple little toes, moobs, and then Zognord's gonna have a big old face like this. It's gonna have eyes. Oh, I can't use black. He's gonna have eyes off to the side of his face like that. And let's see. We'll fill in the rest of his face like so. No, ignored. There we go. Okay, that's looking pretty convincing. I say that as if that's not complete and total bullshit. And let's give him a real unhappy disposition. And no, we're gonna make him real unhappy in his lookout on life. And we're gonna give him let's see. We're gonna give him a ray gun, which is just gonna be a regular gun. There's gonna be no difference ostensibly between this and just a regular pistol here. And last but not least, we're gonna we'll stick another arm out. We're gonna give him a big old tail too. Why not? And last but not least, we need to add in the sun over here. And the sun is gonna have some cool shades. And let's fill those in like so. Give it some reflections like so. And the sun, he's gonna be smoking a cigarette. Cause the sun don't take no shit from nobody. Now, you may be wondering, Bird, you just put the filter on the wrong side. So I did. Let's put the filter on the right side now. And let's actually make it look like a cigarette. Okay, we'll put some red there. Yep, so the sun is now smoking a cigarette. And it's gonna have shiny beams there. I'm gonna spend less time painting, spend the most time on this one. Yeah, I fucked up. But this one is perhaps the most beautiful one of all. Okay, so there we go. Ah, god damn it. I hate that about this game. Sorry, so sorry about that. Okay. So what should I call this one? We'll call this one The Depth of Inhumanity. Zognard's Return. Oh. The Depth of Inhumanity. Zognard. That seems good enough to me. Okay, now we're gonna have to power through a couple of paintings, because otherwise I'm never gonna actually get through this game. So, let's see. This one, okay, hang on. We're gonna, oh, yes. This artist seems to know their craft. Thank you. I knew somebody would start appreciating me, even if my chat would not do so. So anyway, let's do a quick doodle of we need ideas, people. No. I can always bullshit on my own. So this one, I'm gonna call this one Theme and Variation on Child Drawings. So we're gonna start with green, and we're gonna throw down a hoose like so. We're gonna add a door and windows, and we're gonna add let's see, we're gonna add daddy. We're gonna add mommy. Let's see. Okay, so that people understand exactly what's going on here. Mommy's gonna be wearing a dress. Over here, we're gonna have Fido. Okay, this isn't Fido, this is Felix. Okay. And let's go ahead and label the house. And then let's add in the sun up here. It's gonna be a real cool looking guy. He's gonna be smoking a cigarette and wearing bitchin' shades. He's also gonna be drawn a lot faster than his cousin, the sun. Alright. And okay, sun right there. And I think that more or less cinches that one. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and put that one on the market too. And we'll call this one, what did I call this one? Theme and Variations on Childhood themes. So we'll call this one My Childhood Happy Face. Draw Saturn devouring his son. Okay, let me pull that up on my phone, so I kind of know. I have at least an attempt of to know what it looks like. Saturn devouring his son. Okay. All right. Where's the energy mate? So bland. Aw. Yeah, it was pretty bland. Okay. Well, that's gonna happen. Ugh. I don't know why that happens with my tablet, but it's very frustrating while I'm actually working on it to have that happen. Oh well. Okay, so Saturn devouring his son, kind of looks something like this. You got one thigh over here. You got that. We'll make that like really dark. Well, let's see. Yeah, we'll put that in there. Okay, so I need to make this leg a little bit darker here. Add in just a splash of color right there. Okay, on this leg we'll do kind of the same thing, and make that a little darker. Okay, we got a little splash of highlight right here, some like right there. We got a little bit of dark green, which, oh, that's not nearly dark enough to actually convey that, unfortunately. Oh well, whatever. That's some shadow right there. We got Saturn's sun, kind of hanging down over here, like that color, and really dark. We have kind of a line between here. Okay, we have the back of the legs. We'll have the glutes as well up here. We'll do that, and we'll add in some shading on this part of his thigh. We'll add in some shading on, not thigh, but like calf. We'll add some shading there, and we need to distinguish his son from the father, so we'll do that by just drawing a little bit of a line here. I also have these feet as well. So, looks something roughly like this. And we need to have a little bit of dark under the butt cheeks. We'll do that, like so. Okay, looking all right so far. Let's just keep going, roughly fleshing out the whole body here, and we'll start drawing in his line, or his arm now. That looks something like this. We have a little bit of a splash of highlight right there, and then we have a. I missed a deal. Oh, okay, that sucks. I was so busy actually like focusing on something that I totally missed it. Well, oh well. If people don't want that drawing, then fuck them. It's their loss. Okay, we'll put in like the bloodlines now. Okay. Yeah, if people want to suggest that I do like actually, yeah, here we are, 88. That's fine. If people want to actually suggest like real works of art for me to attempt to do, that was actually something I was planning on doing a little bit when I played this game. Would just as like a fun little challenge would be to try and recreate real works of art. So this one's a little bit on the kind of a pain in the ass side. It could be a lot harder because the thankfully the piece is very blocky. It's not too it's not too for lack of a better word, like polished, I guess. It's a very raw, expressive type of work. So this one isn't so bad, but other ones might be really fun too. So I am very open to suggestions about doing recreating famous works of art in effectively MS Paint here. I think that would be a really fun way to play through this game. Let's see. Interestingly enough, it looks like Saturn was not really given much in the way of hand, so that will make this kind of very straightforward here. We need to block out the top, like so, or black out the top, like so. Through here, we'll make the arm a little bit better defined. Looks like for whatever reason, Saturn also has like a weird red plotch, like right there, so we'll give him that. And lastly, it kind of looks like this is all roughed in over there. So we'll now add in the line that defines his arm, and we also need to shade in this part. So we'll do that real quick. And now we need to do the rest of Saturn's shoulder up here, as well as the dead upper torso of Saturn's sun. So we'll do it in this color, and we need to mostly use some black here to flesh or to block this stuff out. So we'll do that. Very rough, but mostly gets the job done. We'll put that there, and then we need to make this mostly like on the darker side. Let's also come through with the black and just kind of erase that, so to speak. So we'll do that. That more or less defines his shoulder. If we do just a little bit more there, and then make it really dark, then we might be better off. Cool. Last but not least, let's start working on Saturn's sun's upper back. So that's actually the brightest part in this whole painting. So we'll add in a splash of white on it as well. It looks like there's a little bit of there's a little touches of orange on his spinal column. So we'll go ahead and throw that in there, and then like thin it out as much as we can. So that'll define his back. And then we have a lot of like red on the top, dash of brighter red right here, so we'll throw that on, and we'll add in the arm going up into crazy old Saturn's face, and we need to have the blood that runs down the arm. That is too saturated. It needs to be like a darker, bloodier color. Saturn's beard is not gray, but I'm going to make it gray because that'll be easier to understand. So we'll throw that on there, and that way it's a little bit more distinguished, like all the features as you look through this doodle here. We'll do that, and we have a little bit of darkness on that part of the beard. Okay, last but not least, we have Saturn's face. So we'll let's see, how do I fit that in? It's dark around there, so we'll do that, and we'll do that part. Saturn's face kind of comes out a little bit like that, and we need to leave it mostly black around where the hand itself is going in. So we'll add in a little bit of border around his gaping maw there. We'll add in some like bottom of his nose, and we'll add in as much of his face as I can fit in, given that I've basically run out of space on this here doodle. Excuse me. I hate that so much. Okay, let's go back in, and I guess I can use a little bit of black actually to define the under part of his nose, like so. And let's add in the eyeballs now. So something like that, and let's add in just a little bit right there. Okay, so that's roughly it. If I wanted to, yeah, let's fill in that part a little bit more. So that's we'll call this Neptune eating his bitch, and I think that basically gets the idea of this painting across. I cannot wait to see what unholy hell is now awaiting me for recommendations, as I have now proven that I'm reasonably capable of recreating other like actual paintings. So I'm assuming that people are now picking the just most difficult unholy of horrors for me to try and figure out how to do. But there you go. That's that's Neptune eating the shit out of his bitch. So we'll come over and title it that. Scream painting, but it's a shy guy. Oh yeah, we need to do the scream, don't we? Yeah, so this is Neptune eating the shit out of his bye. And with that, we're gonna call this one for right now. I think that I did like 2 paintings in that episode. They're gonna get longer and longer, I'm sure, but I mean that was actually like super duper fun. Saturn, not Neptune. I'm aware. This is my own painting. But yeah, thank you for watching.